Hi all, welcome to the channel. My name is Aaron. For those of you new to the channel here, I use my personal experience in investing, money management, plus the tips, tricks, and resources that I've picked up along the way to help give you guys the tools that you need to gain control over your finances and also to learn more about investing, the economy, and a share in your journey. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and follow along on my socials, Aaron_invests on Instagram. Today we're going to be talking a little bit more about my journey into the wide world of investing and what led me to make the changes towards my financial behavior. Now it all starts out in July of 2018. I had just moved to the city of Perth for a new job as an S&C coach. As the company was still in its early stages, we were putting in a lot of work hours to push things along, and I was loving every minute of it. Now with the many work hours came the poor behavior for my finances. Now, a bit of background about me, I'd never really been taught how to most utilize my finances. I never knew really how to save that well, and I definitely didn't know how to make my money work for me. I got money and I spent it, which was pretty simple. Now, a lot of this ties back into one of the first jobs I had, which was out of high school, where I was doing fly in, fly out, and I was making really great money, but I just had no idea what to do with it. So with the money that I was earning from this new role, I was spending it equally as fast. Now, being that I'm a strength and conditioning coach, I was not just buying takeaway or spending it on poor health habits, but most of it came from either cars, spending it on cars that were maybe above what I could actually afford, clothing, whether it was brand name or just buying clothes too much, Uber Eats, the biggest one was like Zambreros and Guzman y Gomez, and then things like subscriptions. Now, these were things that were like $8 here, $10 there, $13 here, and it was all a lot where it ended up compiling over a lot of time. And the biggest thing for myself was not saving for tax. Now this meant that there was years that had gone by and all of those hours that I'd put in and the work that I'd amassed, and I really had nothing to show for it from a financial perspective. So when I met my partner, she actually had brought up with me about saving money. Her experience was saving money from an early age. And she's really helped me to get a better grip on my finances. Now, my personality type, I like to go all in on things when I learn about something new or I'm learning a new skill. I have to get in deep. So, started learning about finances, actually started off by reading the book by Scott Pope, The Barefoot Investor, which if you have a look up here, actually, you can see the link for my review of that book. I looked at the book, we worked through it together as a couple, and then I started going deeper and deeper into some of the topics that Scott talked about. I quickly started learning all things I could about cash flow, assets, liabilities, and essentially I was looking at trying to balance out my own personal balance sheet. This is where tracking my expenditure, cutting costs in the form of subscriptions and all other things that I didn't really need, and understanding how to make my money work for me helped me get to the point where I am today. Now, my goal has always been to use money for the freedom that it provides. I don't necessarily want to have the nicest material objects, but I just like the feeling of not having to worry about either working a certain number of hours just to get by, or the feeling of knowing that investing my money today is going to help towards my future self live a more sort of comfortable, relaxed lifestyle. And I really do enjoy teaching others about how it can hopefully impact them to the same experience of freedom. I guess in my role as a coach, I really enjoy empowering others to make decisions on their own or educating others. And that's just flown through in terms of finance to now helping people try to make better decisions around money and conceptualizing some of the big topics that we talk about in money at an early age, because it is really true with investing. The earlier you do get started, the better returns you're going to have in the long term. And you don't need to put as much away as you think. So I started my investment portfolio in February of 2020 with the strategy of buying low cost exchange traded funds by dollar cost averaging in over many years so that I could work my way towards my own financial freedom. It's simple, boring, and sometimes it can be extremely frustrating, but there is enough research out there to show that it actually works. And also by educating myself to hopefully be able to acquire assets that can help pay me without the cost of putting time into that. Thanks for listening to my story, guys, on investing and how I got started in my investment journey, I guess. In the comments below, I'd love if you guys could share what got you started in investing and also what you might have learned along the way, some of the biggest key lessons for yourself. And for those of you maybe yet to start, what is actually holding you back from starting today? Thanks for checking out the video, guys. Really appreciate any feedback, any comments. and I hope to see you in the next one. If you haven't already, check out some of my videos up here, all on investing for beginners and hopefully breaking that education barrier that a lot of people have. See you guys.